Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have had one hell of a show up to this point, but unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. But don't worry, we're going out with one hell of a bang for this main event. Welcome to the MCW side of things for New Year's Revolution. It is I, your good pal, DC Demarion Chambers, on commentary, alongside my broadcast partner, Connor Pilchman. And Connor, what's your thoughts on this one tonight?
Well, as always, thank you for having me, Demarion. Tonight is not about pro wrestling. Tonight is about a personal vendetta that hopefully will end. Tonight is Jon Moxley, Darby Allin in an unsanctioned match. This match is going to be absolutely violent. It's going to be brutal. If you have kids watching at home, make sure to put them to sleep now, because this is going to get bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, your following contest is an unsanctioned last man standing match. The only way to win is to incapacitate your opponent so he does not answer the referee's 10 count. MCW will not be held legally liable for any injuries sustained, fatal or otherwise, during this match. Introducing first, from Seattle, Washington, weighing in at 175 pounds, the relentless
Well, Connor, as you heard stated by the ring announcer, this matchup is unsanctioned, meaning MCW nor neither man inside this matchup is held legally accountable for any injury sustained, fatal or otherwise, meaning this matchup is technically not even taking place under the MCW umbrella. So how do you think that affects the environment in this matchup? What measures do you think Darby Allin will go to, say for Jon Moxley, with this added stipulation to this last man standing match, knowing that the board of directors of the company pretty much wiped their hands clean of all this?
Well, I mean, the smartest people are the board of directors, because if they were held accountable for what we're about to watch, I think this company might be going bankrupt and lose all of its investors, because tonight is... I don't even know what to say. I'm trying to mentally prepare myself, but I don't know if I could physically do that right now.
Well, I hate to say this, Connor. It ain't too far-fetched if you think about it, knowing these two men. We just might witness a death here tonight.
And his opponent, representing the Death Riders from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 230 pounds, the Death Rider, Jon
Ladies
Moxley.
and gentlemen, when you hear that guitar screech in that theme song, you know what's going to hit the fan when this man steps inside this ring. This is not going to be a wrestling ring. This is going to be in an absolute war zone when the Death Rider, Jon Moxley, makes his appearance.
Jon Moxley walking to the ring tonight, determined with his Death Rider teammates. You see Brian Pillman, Braun Breaker, and Eddie Kingston. And I mean, it's basically a guarantee that those men will be in this match somehow tonight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can say what you want about Jon Moxley, but there's one thing for certain about this man. He does not back down. He is willing to take it to hell and back to succeed in his goals. And his goal as of recently, since he has returned, is bringing MCW, legitimizing this company yet again. He says this company has become pitiful since he left, but oh wait, speaking of leaving, I think the Death Riders are going to leave Jon. I think this is going to be a solo mission for Jon Moxley here tonight, but as I was saying, Jon Moxley wants to reshape this company in his vision of violence. He says this company has went soft, especially since he went soft, and he had to find his hard streak back, and tonight, this could definitely be, well, the climax of all that.
Referee Stoof, Alex Vickery in the center of the ring, and here we go. Darby flying away, and Jon Moxley teeing off.
Well, Connor, now that the bell is rung, anything that has happened between the opening bell and the closing bell has not happened. MCW turns a blind eye to it, and Darby Allin taking the fight to Jon Moxley out of the gate with that combination headbutt to the stomach, and now running in with a shotgun drop kick, sending Jon Moxley to the outside of the ring.
Darby with this fury of offense early on in this match. Now look at this big time dive through the middle rope, taking out the leader of the Death Rider.
And that's what I mean right there. Darby Allin out of the gate, putting his body, his heart, his soul on the line to take down his enemy, Jon Moxley. Keep in mind, Darby Allin is a man that broke both of his legs skateboarding, and he had to car himself on the skateboard to the hospital. So this man has everything. He has nothing to lose. He has everything to give. He is willing to put his body on the line if it means to destroy his opponent. And now Jon Moxley getting choked out by Darby Allin.
Darby choking the life out of Moxley, and now, Moxley dumping him on the apron and, snapping the back of Darby's head onto the ring apron, and just a club to the side of the head of Darby Allin. Now, what is
Well, Connor, we just might be witnessing the end of this matchup as soon as it starts, because whatever Jon Moxley has in mind on that apron is not going to be pretty.
Jon Moxley, suplex position, going X-plex off the apron. No, Darby, look
Wait a
at
minute,
that.
Darby counters. Oh my God. A hurricanrana sending Moxley splatting off of the apron onto the floor below, and Darby not pumping the brakes one bit, heading straight to the top rope, maybe looking for coffin drop.
Darby Allin risking his life to take out Jon Moxley there with a huge coffin drop off the top rope, is now dragging Jon Moxley back into the ring. But just because these men are in the ring doesn't mean this is going to be a regular wrestling match. This
and
is
Darby not letting up one
violent.
bit with the crash course pacing on Jon Moxley. And even then, if I got locked in a casket, burnt alive by a man, well, I probably wouldn't survive. But they broke the mold when they made Darby Allin, and they shut down the factory. As you see, he was just trying to claw out the eyes of Jon Moxley. Now looking for Code Red. Oh, wait, no.
Moxley flipping Darby Allin. Darby lands on his feet, and a huge cutter by Jon Moxley. Moxley with some innovative offense early on in this match, and a big time uppercut to Darby Allin. And now what does Moxley have in mind? Ruthless knife edge chop, and now has him against the ropes. Oh my God, another club to the side of the head.
And now Jon Moxley hoping to slowly dissect Darby Allin. He's really putting the beats on him right now with these cross faces to the temple, the nose, the eye, trying to break the jaw of Darby Allin. Speaking of breaking the jaw, making Darby bite on the rope. Oh my God.
That might have been the damnedest thing I've ever seen. And now the
I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, those ropes are not normal ropes. Those are steel nylon cables underneath the tape. And wait a minute.
No, what the hell's... Oh my God! Holy... I can't swear on air or else this channel's getting demonetized. But oh my God! Is he okay? Can we get some help? Darby Allin just ate the middle rope face first there. That's got to be...
Connor, right in front of us, Jon Moxley gonna introduce the weapons, the instruments of torture in this matchup, and pulling out a lead pipe out of that trash can.
Moxley with that pipe to the gut, and once again, another shot with that metal pipe. And now look at this. Look at this. Choking Darby Allin out in the corner with that pipe, and now right to the face. Oh, this is bad.
Well, I don't think he's done yet. Oh my God. One more to the spine of Darby for good measure. Now choking him out with that lead pipe again. And as I was saying earlier, Jon Moxley on this mission, this prophecy to fulfill on making MCW legit again. He says this company became a pitiful, hole. But Jon Moxley now has a chain. Moxley trying to bring the ultra violence to Darby Allin. And Darby Allin may come off as unbreakable, but every human being, they have their limits. But will those limits be broken sooner than later?
Jon Moxley with that chain. Now look at this. Oh my God. Choking out the relentless Darby Allin with the chain.
Well, Connor, this matchup is going to get uglier and more gut-wrenching by the minute, and it's definitely going to do so right now. Jon Moxley has equipped a pizza cutter.
Oh my God. He's cutting the ear. He's trying to rip the ear off of Darby's head with a pizza cutter. God,
I don't even think we can show this to the public, and Darby Allin might have just lost his ear. And now Jon Moxley tasting his blood like some type of sweet treat. And now he's going to stab him in his ear with the goddamn pizza cutter. And oh my God.
This is the damnedest thing I've ever seen. This is the most gruesome match I have ever seen at the desk. And what is Moxley planning now? He's telling the referee to start counting. Is Darby okay?
Referee starting the 10 count. Darby Allin might have just lost his ear. And Jon Moxley looking to disfigure Darby Allin even more with a 2x4 wrapped in barbed wire. And yeah, we're getting a claw. Oh my God. Oh my God, his ears like split in half. And what the hell is that?
I've genuinely seen it all. I have seen it all. We are not even 10 minutes into this match, and I have seen it all. That is a bull covered in nails. What is Moxley thinking?
I don't care what you say. Jon Moxley and the Death Riders definitely planted out into the ring, because no sane person would definitely put that underneath the ring or do that to another human. But Darby Allin with a fire extinguisher catching Jon Moxley off guard.
The smoke from that fire. Oh my God. I was going to talk about how that fire extinguisher was going to blind Jon Moxley, but what the hell is that?
Well, Connor, I guess two can play that game. A shot with the nail cover, 2x4 to the stomach and then to the back of Jon Moxley. And again, these home run shots to the spine, the stomach of Jon Moxley, and one to the head. And oh my God, oh!
The 2x4 with nails is stuck in Moxley's head. Get it out, get it out!
That 2x4 is stuck inside the head of Jon Moxley, and Moxley just pulled it off his head. And there it is, the blood. The blood is spewing down the face.
Oh my God, I'm gonna be sick. We couldn't have cut the camera. Oh my God, no. The pizza cut Moxley now.
Well, Connor, I guess you could just turn about fair play. Darby Allin is trying to scout Jon Moxley, and now Darby Allin gonna taste on Moxley's blood like his own treat, and then stabbing Moxley in the wound.
He is stabbing Moxley repeatedly in the crown of his head with the pizza cutter, and Moxley, he's bleeding out here. The referee might need to stop this match due to blood loss as Moxley is cut open, and he's cut open bad. Is Darby now pulling something out from, oh my God, come on. What the hell is this?
Well, Connor, I gotta say, hopefully that nail cover 2x4 did not nip an artery on the head of Jon Moxley, because he is losing and gushing blood relentlessly and rapidly by the second, getting his head slammed into the camera and soaking the lid with his blood. But Jon Moxley catching Darby Allin off guard with the ring bell and buying himself some well-deserved breathing room.
We gotta watch out here as Darby getting thrown into the ring announcer, and it seems like every time Darby Allin gets a little bit of offense in, or any sign of momentum, it's just Moxley cuts him off and starts beating the hell out of him. And what the hell? A water cooler? Oh my God! To the back of the head.
Water cooler over the head of Darby Allin. I guess crack a cold one open in the middle of the match. It's not like you're bleeding out to death, in a shot to the back of the head with that can to Darby Allin. And now going to throw Darby back inside the ring. What else could these two men have in mind for each other? And we're not even 10 minutes into this matchup.
Jon Moxley is one sick individual. This is brutal. I keep saying that, but these fans are, they might be even more sick. They're chanting that this is awesome. This is not awesome. This is two men who are looking to kill each other here tonight.
A lot of history behind this face-off right here.
And that is right, Damara. This battle, this is a long dreaded history. Is Moxley and Darby slapping the hell out of each other.
Both men trading blows. Who's going to drop first? Who's going to give in? Jon Moxley not laying up one bit. Same for Darby. Big shot to the face by Moxley yet again. Big shot by Darby. And now big forearm by Moxley, changing up the pace. And Darby going to retaliate.
Moxley laying in the shot to Darby. That stunned Darby a little bit, but he's telling Darby to bring it. He's telling Darby to bring it on. But now, again, these men just trading blows. Darby Allin is using all of his power.
But wait a minute, Moxley with a kick to the gut. And he has Darby in position. He getting him off, pile driver position, and stalling and letting all the blood rush to the head of Darby with a sit-up pile driver.
My God, Darby getting dropped on his head from the pile driver by Jon Moxley. And Moxley's just staring at a broken Darby Allin, as all are we.
Well, Connor, if that didn't break Darby Allin's neck, I don't know what will. And oh my God, is that a goddamn gasoline can?
When I said earlier in this match that I've seen it all, I thought I really did, but this is insane. This is sheer psychotic by Jon Moxley. What is he doing? Is he gonna light the board on fire?
Come on, I know it's unsanctioned, but there has to be a limit to everything.
Now come on. Oh my God. Oh
my God.
God, it's on fire. Come on.
Okay, we need somebody to come out here and put that goddamn thing out. He's gonna hit Darby with it. But wait, Darby with a low blow. And now we're gonna take the flaming 2x4 off his hands. And then looks like it's gonna turn back on Mox. Oh my god.
The burning wooden 2x4 wrapped in barbed wire to the head of Jon Moxley to the open wound. That is vicious. This is insane. This is pure pandemonium, and another shot to the head, and Moxley falls into the barbed wire.
Not only fire and barbed wire to the face, he landed on wood and barbed wire, and you can see the barbed wire sticking out of the arm, the back of Jon Moxley, and he tried to rip it out. Oh my goodness. I mean, I get this match is unsanctioned, but I feel like every type of match should have its limits. And this matchup is definitely doing a toll on Jon Moxley and Darby Allin.
Darby has Moxley wounded heavily here after that shot with the flaming 2x4. Moxley's been basically getting his ass kicked now. And now what is Darby? Oh my god! Choking Jon Moxley with the barbed wire. Look at this.
Trying to slit the man's throat, trying to choke him out with that strand of barbed wire. But Jon Moxley able to turn it around into a back suplex onto that concrete floor.
And again, my statement from earlier still stands true now that every time Darby gets a bit of offense, oh my god, I didn't mean to cut myself off.
That barbed wire
but Jon Moxley stomping him head, and now look at this, choking Darby Allin out as well with the barbed wire. Is he dragging him backstage? Now come on, this is too far.
Darby Allin being choked out and dragged to gorilla position with that barbed wire around his neck.
This is all on your hands, Steve. What I do to Darby, I won't be held accountable. This is your wrongdoing. This is all your wrongdoing. What I do to him, this is on you.
And there's absolute bullshit that's the truth. Oh my god, Regal knee to the face.
And that's a producer backstage. Moxley's arguing with a producer. Now come on, oh my god,
no. Oh no, wait a minute, no.
Now come on.
Paradigm shift onto the producer. I think that was Caden Grimes that just got paradigm shift onto the concrete floor. And Stone Cold, rightfully so, throwing the beer to get him out of there, man. Why?
My Checo, get some help out here.
Moxley has Darby in a guillotine-like position as he was dragging him over here.
I thought you were supposed to be unbreakable. Come on.
Just absolutely making a mockery out. Darby Allin throwing him into the wall, one of that table, and taking the fight to Darby. And Darby just been getting manhandled by Moxley, dragged throughout this backstage area. And oh my god, nasty landing on the floor. And the follow-up with a trash can lid to the back of the head. And his ears are definitely ringing after that one. And just a total disrespect. Dumping that entire trash can out on Darby and slamming it on his back.
Moxley he's throwing literally everything at Darby Allin. Oh my god, dumping that table onto Darby, I believe. Look at this, has the chair now. I think he's trying to bury Darby. Jon Moxley is trying to bury Darby Allin here, as this is a last man standing match. Is referee going to start
Referee
counting?
going to begin the 10 count for Darby Allin. I don't think Darby Allin's going to be able to be responsive to this, especially being buried underneath that trash and those chairs and table. And Darby, he's got to count of 6, but wait, Darby getting all the stuff off of him, and Darby not letting up one bit. And now an act of defiance, spitting into the face of Jon Moxley.
I mean, Darby Allin's name is the Relentless One. Oh, look at that. He just threw powder in the face of Jon Moxley. Now look at this. The bag. At least trying to suffocate Jon Moxley.
Well, Connor, in this matchup, by the pace and everything that's been going on, it's either kill or be killed. And Darby Allin is definitely going to take that into consideration. He's trying to kill Jon Moxley, trying to keep Jon Moxley down for more than 10 seconds. And Moxley isn't moving, but Moxley able to get the bag off his head. And now Darby looking at that ladder. What does he have in mind in his head?
Darby Allin dragging Jon Moxley over to that table. Oh, smashing his face off of the table. And now the TV monitor. Oh!
Sickening shot with the TV monitor to the head, the temple of Moxley, and now he is laid out prone, out cold on that table, and Darby making his way up to the very top of the ladder, flipping the bird, coffin drop. Oh!
Darby Allin missing completely as Jon Moxley rolled out the way and he hit hard.
Darby Allin crashing and burning through that table, and Moxley picking Darby up, and oh my God, he's looking at that glass coffee table, and wait a minute, no, he ain't gonna do this.
Oh my God, that glass table. Oh my God! Death Rider through the glass table. Good God, dumping it on his head.
I gotta say, if that doesn't keep Darby Allin down, I don't know what
Death
will.
Rider through the glass table was absolutely sickening to watch as Darby's head smashed through the glass. There's got to be some glass in his face, maybe even his eye.
How in the hell is Darby Allin still moving?
I can do this all night, Darby. You just don't know when to stop. Stop. Quit.
Moxley dragging Darby Allin over. I don't know where he's going. I believe we're in the parking lot now, ladies and gentlemen.
By the looks of things, it looks like we have made our way out into the parking lot, and this is no man's land, if anything. Big kick to the ribs by Moxley to Darby, and Moxley getting Darby up. And what's he looking for here? I mean, he couldn't hit it earlier. It looks like he's going to hit it this time, but on the hood of that car.
That nasty X-Plex onto the hood of the car. I mean, that's not even considered a wrestling move at this point. That is considered attempted murder. Everything Moxley does is trying to end the career of Darby Allin.
And it looks like Jon Moxley's going to make one of that car door. He's going to decapitate Darby, but wait a minute, no. Darby was able to avoid, and Darby trying to fight off Moxley. Punches to the sternum, to the stomach, to the liver, trying to take down Jon Moxley, taking the fight to Mox. Darby not letting up somehow, some way. He's still pushing on, and now Darby with the slap to the face, the headbutt to the stomach, rolling through on the asphalt, and now cold red onto the concrete on the asphalt, the street. Either way, it's still effective, and Jon Moxley might have a cut up back after that one.
Jon Moxley may have I was going to say Moxley may have a broken back, but that looks to be a giant Kit Kat bar. What are we witnessing?
I don't know why, and I don't want to know why there's a life-size Kit Kat bar in the parking lot of all places. And no, low blow. Jon Moxley going low, trying to get the advantage on Darby Allin, and Darby Allin back at square one, and Moxley has a hold of Darby, getting him in suplex position.
Oh no, has Darby Allin up, and he's gonna smash him onto the Kit Kat bar. Oh my.
You can just hear the sickening crunch of Darby Allin's body smashing through whatever the hell that Kit Kat bar is made out of. And now Moxley has a hold of Darby. They're going to send him flying into the windshield of that car. And you can hear the windshield just shattered underneath the body weight of Darby Allin and thrown onto the asphalt. And that's not going to add any type of benefits to the cut on the back of Darby.
I'm praying while we're sitting at the desk here that this ends soon. I hope that this is almost over. Now Moxley's just yelling in the face of Darby Allin.
So be it.
This is harassment at this point. This is
just hard to watch.
Now, you know what? The only job you have to do is count the takeout. What I do to him is none of your fucking business. And if you got a problem with it, step up to me. Do something about it. Do something. Dying a hero isn't worth it.
Darby Allin with something in his hand. There's what
Well, wait a minute.
Shattering a light tube over the head of Jon Moxley, now smashing his head into the dumpster, and now Darby laying in shot after shot on the face of Jon Moxley, and this is what he deserves.
And now Darby just beating Mox down into a pulp up against that dumpster and slamming his head up against the dumpster, and Moxley, he's out of it.
Talk about ride or die, Mox. I'll show you ride or die.
The hell does he mean by that?
I'll show you ride or die, Darby Allin says, as Darby Allin is getting into the driver's seat of that car.
Wait a minute, Connor.
What could Darby possibly be thinking? And oh no. I just came to the realization that I have a pretty good idea of what Darby Allin is thinking of doing.
We need to get somebody out there. Come on, we need to get some damn police. Somebody say, what the
Now, come on. This might be too far. This is too far. Come on, don't do this. Don't do this. Oh my God.
Oh my God!
Whoa.
He Did he hit him?
Oh my God. Jon Moxley getting pulled out of the way by Braun Breaker as Darby Allin crashes the car into the dumpster.
Jon Moxley was about a second and a half away before becoming a fucking splat on that dumpster.
I am at a loss for words. I have no idea what to even think anymore as the Death Riders are carting Darby Allin, I believe, back into the arena.
Dude, tell me that you see that too. My eyes to see. You gotta be kidding me, Widow.
Bro, I didn't mean it, dude. It caught me off guard, you know?
That was some of the finest kush I had. You know what? I'm not smoking with you anymore.
Rob, bro, wait. I don't even.
The whole roster seems to be in chaos over this match as Darby getting dumped out of the shopping cart now as they're back in the ring.
Now we're back at ringside and Darby Allin being thrown inside the ring and Jon Moxley. I think Darby just might be a bag of bones at this point. He crashed head on into a dumpster and now a bulldog choke locked in on Darby. And Darby defiant. Defiant as ever.
It doesn't matter how defiant you are when it's a 4-on-1 advantage. You're bound to lose. I'm sorry, but Darby is bound to get hurt. He's going to get brutally injured if this keeps going on. Oh my God, Braun Breaker. Look at the strength of the Mad Dog. As what is he thinking?
Wait a minute, Connor. He's looking over at us. Oh my God, move!
Oh my God, is my headset ringing? Hello?
Ladies and gentlemen, I think
God.
Darby Allin has just died.
I don't know. Breaker is just a beast of a human being. Darby Allin is severely injured here, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, what we just witnessed, it might not hold a candle up to most of the shit I've seen in my time of being behind the commentary desk, but best to believe, that's still up there. And now Braun Breaker has handcuffs. Why do you have handcuffs? Darby Allin is pretty much lifeless. He's not moving. I don't even know if he's still breathing. And Braun Breaker is handcuffing Darby Allin's hands behind his back.
I'm not sure if we've mentioned it on the call tonight, but we are in Darby's hometown.
Oh my God, somebody's got to do something.
I might have spoke too soon.
What now?
It's Sting! The Stinger has arrived at New
Sting
Year's
coming to the aid
Revolution.
of Darby Allin and taking the fight to the Death Riders with that trusty baseball bat, de-arming Jon Moxley in the shot to the gut. And now all ducking that spinning back fist by Eddie Kingston. And he has him hooked. Scorpion death drop by the Stinger. And now Jon Moxley has hell to pay. Jon Moxley looks like he has seen a ghost. But wait a minute.
No. Oh my God! A spear by Braun Breaker, 23 miles per hour onto Sting.
Just where Darby Allin had hope. Here comes the dogs. Braun Breaker, the spirit, away from Darby. And now Eddie Kingston's getting a chair. Oh my God, no.
They're making Darby watch. This may be worse. Oh my God, a cinder block now. Come on. Now look at this.
Oh my goodness. Damn near breaking Sting's back with that chair shot. And now, oh no, we've seen this before. We've been seeing this in recent months with the Death Riders. And now pointing the gun. No, you can't do this, Moxley. No.
Braun Breaker looking to end Sting for...
No, oh my God.
With the chair, Jon Moxley has trained his dog very well and using him for his own personal benefit as they may have just killed
Moxley
Sting
now
in front of Darby Allin.
with the Death Rider to follow up.
Death Rider. Oh my God. Jon Moxley ordering Eddie Kingston to put the cinder block in the center of the ring is... Oh, no.
This is just sick. This is just deplorable. Do you have no heart? Do you have no soul? Moxley, no.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. End it. End the match. Please. Count faster, ref. Come on. Oh my God. Darby Allin getting curb stomped into the cinder block, and I'm so sorry for our network here tonight on the WWE YouTube channel. I don't know if we could even air this. This is, come on, it's over. Thank God, it's finally over.
And thankfully it's over, but at what cost?
Never in my time of commentating have I ever watched something so sickening, so brutal. I don't know this.
You made me do this, Darby. This is your doing. The final words of Jon Moxley to Darby Allin here tonight. And at what cost to Darby Allin? Darby Allin thought he was going to come in and get revenge, but in his hometown of Seattle, Washington, his bystanders, they had a witness to this. And this is just sick. I got nothing else to say.